What it do, homies? It's your boy David. I'm back today. We back with some more Stupendium. This time we checking out the Wool Over Our Eyes Cult of the Lamb song. And of course, once again, a game that I've never played. But luckily the Stupendium includes some stuff that's going on with basically what it's about. So a lamb slain for sacrifice, brought under the employ of the one who waits. And now you have to go farm devotion and form the ultimate cult to fight the bishops of the old faith and free your Patreon from their eternal prison. Okay. Now, interesting thing about this that he titled it Wool Over Our Eyes, right? The guy who brought this lamb back is obviously probably somebody evil, possibly, who got prison because he was doing heinous crimes, is what I'm guessing, the highest order treachery, if you will. And he is out there to, pretty much have a faith battle like in Civilization. All right. I like what he said down here where he says it started out small and then utterly snowballed. And that is a game that he wouldn't normally play. Don't you love that? That's when you know that a game's, and he fell in love with the aesthetics and everything, storytelling. That's characteristics of a good written a product, like a high quality product, when it's able to take you out of something that you normally wouldn't play and get really utterly invested into it. I mean, he made a whole song about this. That's awesome. I do trust Stupendium's his game quality suggestions. So let's go ahead, shut up and turn it up. Wool Over Our Eyes. The Illusion. Oh, we got some brass. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm definitely a brass guy. Keep that going all the way. And an interesting thing about that is that, especially when it's like that, where it's not necessarily a Brahm, right? But it's introducing sinister, right? Like evilness, not necessarily evilness, accompanied with the visuals and everything, but it's already starting to introduce those sinister vibes.
As I skip amongst the thickets, well, just look at what I found. An innocent wee critter sitting shivering on the ground, entrapped and gagged and bound upon a sacrificial mound. Such a miserable predicament. So how'd you like the sound of a haven come community of...
All right. The beat kind of reminds me of something that I would hear on an Eminem song. It's reminiscent of a song. I don't know what it is. Y'all let me know if y'all think of the same thing.
Official mound, such a miserable predicament. So how'd you like the sound of a haven come community, a vibrant congregation of waywards just like you, the fates aligned to me to save from the depraved and heathen demons and their vile abominations, enslaving feeble minds into a life of prostration.
See, the beautiful thing that's going on right here is that he is speaking honeyed words to them, right? By saying things, you can be a part of this, you can be a part of that. Won't you come and join us? And the interesting thing about it is how he's describing it, right? He's describing it as if you are this type of person as well, almost kind of shifting in mind. This little lamb is probably none of these things, right? But now you might become one, and basically apparently saved his life. So, you kind of owed now, right? If somebody saved your life, you kind of owe them that. But I love how he's kind of describing this in his pitch.
And heathen demons and their vile abominations, enslaving feeble minds into a life of prostration. Not like my operation, not the slightest correlation. While we've dances, feasts, and festivals, it's like we're on vacation.
It's the opposite. Okay, right? Contrast, right? What is night without day? You can't understand everything that I can bring to you until I tell you what's on the other side of the fence. Okay.
Not like my operation, not the slightest correlation. While we've dances, feasts, and festivals, it's like we're on vacation. No time for contemplation. Would you like to come and take some salvation in exchange for just some light indoctrination?
Light, my guy. See, look at that. You hear that evilness? I love the contrast, and the contrast that's going in. Really, really light words. It's giving this pitch of something that's going to be super excellent, and it turns out it ends up being the worst decision of your life. Generally, it's like the good old saying where if it's too good to be true, chances are it is. Have we learned nothing from Ghost Rider? No, that probably was a horrible analogy.
Welcome in, brethren, step down off the pentagram. Blessed be and bend the knee and pledge to me forever. And forget the need to question and we'll never need to reprimand. Lethargy is heresy, you're very keen to lend a hand.
See, and now And now that you've been indoctrinated, now it's time to make you docile, right? Now it's time to speak some more honeyed words to you, right? Because sometimes even if you do get accepted into whatever have you, now it's time to erase the doubts, right? Now it's time to make you a full-fledged brainwashed person of whatever I've introduced you to, so that you follow my every whim and you follow my every word.
The need to question and will never need to reprimand. Lethargy is heresy, you're very keen to lend a hand. And effigy is to render and a temple yet to build. We've many seeds to tend to and there's earth still left to till. And every second spare you best remember to keep filled. In reverent prayer and penance, lest dissenters will be collecting up the mess until they find their crime.
Oh, bro, yo, goodness, man, this is definitely one of Stupendium's, like the lyricism. Come on, man, that's crazy. Dude really is out here, man. Really is out here with the lyricism and the singing. Come on.
In reverent prayer and penance, lest dissenters will be collecting up the mess until they find.
Collecting?
To keep filled. In reverent prayer and penance, lest dissenters will be collecting up the.
Collecting. Oh, collecting, but kind of mash them together. Collecting of the mess, but collecting of the mess.
The mess until they find their crimes regrettable. All evidence says heaven's light's not likely for the skeptical. The beddings of the finest moss, the like and often edible. Now don't you think your life outside was tiresome and forgettable? Deep in the dark of the woods where secrets sleep, we serve he who waits beneath. Feel this soul's devotion reap for the lamb who has the sheep. In the dark of the woods we pledge our lives. Did you see that faith is blind? Arms raised high in sacrifice. Pull down wool over our eyes. Your donations fill the dish up past the gold plate. Every penny pays to kill the bishops of the old faith. Our benefactor waits betwixt the crippling links of old chains, tethered to the plains until the heretics are all slain. So pay the tithes and pray you might remain upon the list of all the cherished chosen children for whom love is unconditional. Your contribution.
Cherished. Ooh, hold on.
Pray you might remain upon the list of all the cherished
Remain upon the list upon the cherished chosen
children for whom love.
Children for whom love is unconditional. Huh. I'm sitting here thinking about that line. Who is the most impressionable, right? Especially when it comes to, like, not necessarily, well, brainwashing, would be children. And if you could get them over to your side, then it's a lot easier, right? Because depending on their age, they might not know right from wrong. So it's easier to kind of brainwash them. And also assuming that, you know, these little lambs are supposed to be representation of children and not like a representation of adults.
Love is unconditional, your contribution's absolution for the guilt within you. All our movement may be new, but all your sins are still original. You'll find my sermons
Movements may be new, but your sins are still unreligional. But I mean, obviously we have the religious under text, like understatement right here, right? Because you can draw a lot of comparisons between this and religion, not just one, but just, you know, religion. Although this type of, you know, right here definitely spells Catholicism and everything with the praying between the Buddha Father on the other side. But you probably could draw a lot of comparisons to a whole lot of other religions as well. So the religious underscore and this is beautiful. And I think that's another thing that Stupendium is really good at doing, is really diving the going into like the core concept. You know, because obviously when these games are presented to us, there's a whole lot of storytelling, a whole lot of brainwashing, and a whole lot of things that shifted to be something a little bit more playable. But the Stupendium kind of attacks like the root, the core, right? Even if it's his own, even if it's their own understanding, you know what I mean? Kind of just attack the root of it and just bring everything out. Like the grand understanding of what's going on, if you will.
Remain upon the list of all the cherished chosen children for whom love is unconditional. Your contribution's absolution for the guilt within you. All our movement may be new, but all your sins are still original. You'll find my sermon stirring, form the circle, get your heads down. Heavy hangs the neck of any vessel of the red crown. Blessed to be the shepherd of the desperate and oppressed, now destined for dissension, now the wealthy ever left ground. So empty out your bank accounts and dance around the fire, and focus your devotion through the crackling of the pyre. So potent and ambrosian it flows through blackened spires, to satiate our hatred and their rancorous desires.
Set yet ere within the deck you dwelt. We've never met, and yet we meet again upon my pelts. The cards we want are often drawn, but seldom ever dealt. But chance the hand you're given may uplift you where you fell.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Yo, that, first off, the really creepy vocals that's going on in the background. Okay, was this man meeting with a seer now of the village? Okay.
I'm crazy and it flows through blackened skies. The satiate our hatred and their angerous desires.
The game is barely set yet here within the deck you've dwelt. We've never met, and yet we meet again upon my pelts. The cards we want are often drawn, but seldom ever dealt. But chance the hand you're given may uplift you where you fell.
But chance the hand you given may uplift. I like how you kind of started by saying we've never met and everything. But here's everything that you should do based off these cards. Believe me. Trust me. Why would I lie to you?
Tell me, little lamb, do you see destiny immutable? Does fate or dedication keep you bended knee and dutiful? Fate, predestination, or is sanitary the truth of all the path you never take and never leave it in the future walk safe? You're not enslaved under these labels are but shallow things. You brave the twisting mist betwixt the hallowed and the hallowing, and pray that they may shift amidst the rhapsody of Hallow's wings. So just embrace the chaos and the clarity that Shadow brings.
So essentially, just shut up. Just shut up and follow me blindly. Wool over our eyes. Just blind honeyed words, right? You say just the right amount of stuff in the right amount of way, with the right amount of words, and the right amount of treatment and treats and snacks and cookies and everything, with the right amount of congregation, and you can fool anybody, right? I'm gonna tell you something, man. That whole entire thing, as he was listening, if somebody was sitting there and they was talking to me and saying all of these things and everything, I'd be trying to latch on to what I could understand. And I feel like people who are really, really good at like manipulation and everything kind of know that, and kind of just throw a bunch of words at you with like those little surprise words, right? To make sure you keep your attention. And you're like, I don't know what you just said, but you said money and you said wealth, so I'm gonna follow you. That's the type of sense that I got right there as the seer or the tarot card reader was speaking. Like, he said some things that kind of jumped out at me, but he also said some other stuff, right? But I wasn't paying attention to the stuff that was unsaid, right? I just paid attention to what was said. So now I don't know what I got myself into, but it doesn't matter, because all this time they've been preaching this type of stuff to kind of keep me grounded, you know, by saying the type of things that would happen if I didn't do these things that you're saying I should do.
May shift amidst the rhapsody of Hallow's wings, so just embrace the chaos and the clarity that Shadow brings.
And there's another thing, right? The tarot card reader was kind of throwing a whole lot of uncertainty, and a lot of us want control over our lives. We want to have as much control as we can, and the lack of control can, of course, bring fear. So if I come through and I give you like the promise of knowing what your next steps are, or giving you just a little bit more clarity as to what's going to happen during the next day, then your faith is going to be a little shaken, right? I'm probably going to go more towards something that has an idea of what's going to go on, because of that fear of control. Like we all want to be in control of our lives, right? The unexpected sometimes could throw a lot of us off, right? So I like he said, just embrace it. Whatever the tarot card says, just embrace it, right? The tarot card said it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. So just embrace it, right? Don't think. Don't use that brain of yours. Just here's what you should do. Just go do it.
So just embrace the chaos and the clarity that Shadow brings.
Deep in the dark of the woods where secrets sleep, we serve he who was beneath, till the soul's devotion reap, for the lamb who has the sheep. In the dark of the woods we pledge our lives, here to say that faith is blind, arms raised high and
Faith is blind.
pull down, wool over eyes. Time has come, enlightened ones, the hour is at hand. Or do you doubt the crown, the righteous power it commands? We swear to scriptures devilish, devout or ever damned, till fetid grip of heretics is scoured from the land. Who today can truly say their faith has never faltered? Whose necks are trained to pray would never strain against the halter?
Who can say that truly say that faith has never faltered, right? So again, kind of just praying on that uncertainty. Okay.
Has never faltered, whose necks are trained to pray would never strain against the halter. These reins that pave the way towards our patron's radiant reign, and so which way ordained by grace shall fate he slain upon the altar. Oh, what have we to give once coin and toil have been expended? For naught have we to live if plots of soil to be lamented are the unascended end to whence our mortal coil is wended. The rested dead are spoiled, not with the spoils we are intended, but flesh bequeathed.
It's spoiled, but now, okay.
It freely grants a life a higher purpose, in death a deeper meaning, everlasting pious service. Selling seeds proceeds a reaping, stars align. Now who's the first? You all decided to convert, so tell me why you're so nervous. The further has been painted now to satiate the beast. In chains he waits beneath, and how he craves to be released. We celebrate in blessed flames, or pray and take a seat, and pledge unto their name that you'll be bladed at the shepherd, but the flock is being fleeced. Sheep in the dark.
So that was something that was equivalent to, you know how, like let's say that you're like in a church service and everything. And obviously you start off with the message, right? Or whatever you're deciding that you're going to preach today. But then as it comes close to closing time, right? I wouldn't necessarily say like the pressure gets added, but it's more like the aggressiveness gets started, right? Because now it's time to act. It's time to shift away. If there was any doubts, it's time to root that out right now. Very, 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 very aggressive act. Okay, man, they done said a lot there.
That prophecy and priest, for the sheep may be the shepherd, but the flock is being fleeced. Sheep in the dark of the woods where secrets sleep. She said he who was bleeding took the ferocious entrance seek from the lamb who has the sheep. In the dark of the woods with which our eyes did you say that baby's blind? Arms raised high in sacrifice, pull down wool over our eyes. Brothers, sisters, kindred in the dark truth, be thankful.
There's the vocal performance. Again, Stupendium always doing that, right? Just incorporating the entire theme all the way throughout the song, even to the intro. So, okay. Yeah, that last part was crazy. Move to action. Very, very aggressive. A whole lot of words. I was like, you saying something in there. All I know is that you inspiring me to move. You done said all these honey words. We done did all these actions and everything. You done showed me the light. Now, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to? I'm yours. What do you need me to do? All right, y'all. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.